check this out here. That weather causing problems all across the area. Listen to it as well. That's hail hitting airplanes there in the Greenville downtown airport. This was sent to us from someone there at the airport. See all that hail bouncing off the pavement and also there on those planes. But just a wild scene this afternoon.
Oh no, look at that. This is the same scene along East North Street. You could even see some of that wind there. Stan sent us this video of large hail falling really during the height of this storm. Some photos we received from our viewers even showed golf ball sized chunks from all that hail. And it was intense at our Fox Carolina studio, too. This was right outside in our parking lot when that storm was moving through. It even looked like snow until you heard it landing there on the pavement.
All right, and the one track and all was Chief Meteorologist Kendra Kent. And Kendra, you were saying that you're now getting some of these reports about the hail size and what we were seeing and how much of it we were seeing.
Exactly, and a big contributing factor to it was how warm it got today. All of that warmth, it causes rising air. We had a cold front that came in that kind of pushed all that air up, and it encountered much colder air aloft, and that's why we got that hail. It's kind of weird to think of temperatures near 90 and then we see ice falling from the sky. But those intense updrafts, that's what really got going today. And what it does, it helps to push that hailstone above the freezing level. And once that happens, we end up with hail that can just grow and get bigger and bigger. And again, it's the heat that really helps push that up. So those updrafts today, because of the fact that it was so very warm, that air was rising rapidly. In fact, it was rising at about 69 miles per hour. Not blowing at that, but it was rising up, helping to hold that hailstone up. And that's why we ended up with hen egg sized hail. Just unbelievable. Now, when it comes to hail size, what's kind of rare is that size. We typically don't see that very often around here. Severe hail starts at quarter sized and works its way up. This is bigger than golf ball, and we got hen egg reports really all across Greenville County and even down into Lawrence County. The last time we saw hail that large was over 3 years ago, back in April of 2020, April of 2020, and now that we're in 2023, it's been a while. Now, luckily, everything has calmed down. We're looking ahead to clearing skies as we head into tomorrow morning, and temperatures falling into the low 60s overnight, low 70s as we get toward 11 a.m. In the mountains, mid 50s at 7, and then upper 60s by 11 o'clock. And we got to have plenty of sunshine, less humidity, and it's going to be less hot too, and we have much lower storm threat. We'll go through all of that coming up here in just a few minutes. I'll show you how rain could affect your weekend as well, coming up in just a bit.